This afternoon I had an opportunity to be a part of a Vision of Hope for an organization called Vine Maple Place. I'd never heard of it before and didn't really know anything about it. I just was, about 2 weeks ago, I got back on Facebook after taking almost a year off, and I am a member of a couple of different groups. And one of those groups, somebody invited people to do this thing. And I thought, okay, it's for homeless people. I have a heart for homeless people. I'll check it out. It's half an hour. I was blown away by the quality of the program that this organization is putting out. The 30-minute thing, it's on Zoom and it has its pluses and minuses and things cut out and whatever. But what the organization itself is doing was so good. I couldn't help but help. And so I just wanted to put out a short, quick video about Vine Maple Place and say, if you have a heart for the homeless, and especially if you have a heart for women and children, and especially if you have a heart for women and children stuck in domestic violence situations, please check out Vine Maple Place. It's in Maple Valley. They help women and some fathers, but it's primarily women and children who are living in their cars or their vans, or they're stuck in domestic violence situations. They're trying to get out and they don't have anywhere to go. 70% of their families are related to domestic violence. And then they are currently helping 50 families a month. And they just have a 3-tiered process that I think is really spot on. Number one, their goal is to get the person out of the situation they're in that's not safe. So sleeping in their car, sleeping on the street, staying in a domestic violence situation. So the first thing they do is they get them into emergency housing. That costs $33 a night. So if you think about that, in terms of that's eating out for 2 people at a relatively not expensive place, right? So $33. Skip a meal, donate $33, give a family a night in an emergency shelter. And so their number one goal is to do that. Currently, for every 5 people, for every 5 people that come to them for help, they can only help 1 out of those 5. So that means 4 times they have to say, sorry, try these people. And in one of the interviews that they shared, this woman had called every other person, every other organization, and none of them had space. None of them called her back. And then finally, she contacted Vine Maple Place, and they called her back, and they found her some help. So I think that's pretty cool. So the first step is offering safety to heal. So getting them out of the situation where it's unsafe, getting them into safety. Then the second part is providing stability to restore. So they can stay in emergency housing for a maximum of 3 months. And I think I have that part right. A maximum of 3 months. And then they move into an apartment that has supplemented, their bills are supplemented by the organization. And then after 5 months, they are on their own. And so their 3 steps are offering safety to heal, which gets them out of into emergency housing, providing stability to restore, and then the third step is self-sufficiency, and that's their goal. So the cool thing about it is that providing stability to restore, they offer counseling, they offer job training, they help them find jobs, they teach them financial planning. That was a question I posed in the group was, do you teach them financial planning? Because so many people I've worked with over the years, they just paycheck to paycheck, and then when a crisis hits, they can't get out of it, and so they can't figure out how to move forward in life. They're just kind of stuck at this level. And so they talked about how difficult it is for people like that to plan anything because they have nothing. They have 4 bags of clothes that they threw in the back of their car as they ran out of the house with their children, So it's a hard concept for them to understand that you're going to be making money and you're going to have bills to pay, and this is how you have to do that in order to, this is how you have to plan your finances in order to get ahead and move forward. So I think that's awesome. So many organizations do not address the financial planning aspect of it. So I'm so glad they do that. And then self-sufficiency, they have like a 95%, I'll try to get a screenshot of the flyer or include the flyer somehow, but they have a 95% success rate as far as people still being in their houses a year later that they're paying for on their own, taking care of themselves and their children. So I think that speaks for itself, that they're doing a good job of actually retraining these families on how to live in a situation that is not a domestic violence situation, or that is not living out of your car, but actually moving forward in life. So that's pretty epic. I mean, you can probably tell I was pretty impressed by what they're doing there. I think one of the best lines that I heard was, "We like to give a hand up, not a hand out." And I as soon as I heard it, I was like, Mom, I got to tell my mom about this organization, because that's what we talk about a lot. Like, how do we get these people who are trapped, and they're stuck in this lifestyle that they can't get out of? How do we help them? And it's giving them a hand up. And so I love that concept there. Well, I hope you guys got the gist here, enjoyed the message that I'm trying to present, and I hope that you will at least take 5 seconds to check out Vine Maple Place in Maple Valley, and it's just vinemapleplace.org, so pretty easy website to remember. Give it a shot, check it out, see what you guys think.